Uh, I was just informed 30 minutes ago, 1:30 p.m. my time, that they want this laptop ready for someone else for use by tomorrow. Wow. Oh mate, it's just unreasonable, isn't it? Like if you'd have said in the beginning it was a rush, I could have got it done ages ago. But now, what do they expect you to stay late to finish it? Mark, you have Netflix? Yes, I do. I do give you. I've got Netflix, buddy. I was just saying earlier on about watching Castlevania and how much I'm enjoying it. Why? What shows you got to recommend? By the way, if anybody out there in Twitch or in YouTube has any kind of recommendations of stuff that you think I'd enjoy watching, or something that you've enjoyed, please leave a comment and let me know, because you know, obviously I've not watched everything, and if there's something that you're into, I don't mind giving it a try and see if I like it as well. What kind of movies do you watch? Okay, so a lot of people ask me like what sort of stuff that I like, what kind of music I listen to, what kind of games do I play, and I always answer this in the same way. I have a real eclectic taste in films, music, books, pictures, art, everything. I don't not like anything. I will kind of watch anything, but I suppose my go-to type of films, I like thrillers and horrors. I like dramas. I love superhero stuff because I'm a superhero nerd. I also like uh, kids films like Walt Disney films and stuff. I like Star Wars. I genuinely I just like them all. So it's a very difficult question for me to ask, because all the films I like, they are in some way or another, they are all like completely different. I can't just say, oh, I only like westerns. Although I do like westerns, so it's difficult. So I'm kind of like them all. I used to, fun fact, I never used to like, and I used to hate musicals, right? I hated musicals with a passion. And then my friend said to me, you need to watch Les Miserables, right? Or as I like to call it, Les Miserables. Right? I'll tell you all right now, I sat and watched that film and I cried my bloody eyes out through it. And I think it's one of the best films I've seen. And then I like The Greatest Showman now, and that's opened me up to watching musicals and stuff. So yeah, I like all sorts, mate. Do you have Disney Plus? I do have Disney Plus. Not for much longer, because it's crap, in my opinion. And the fact that they've just taken away almost 50% of their content and then charged a third more for the service, and the fact that the content they're bringing out now is all agenda-based content and no longer, content-based content. Yeah, I'm going to be getting rid of it. But yeah, I do like a lot of Disney stuff. I just thought I've got my other ear cut. I'm probably shouting at them. I apologise if I was. It's like when it comes to music, I have a real varied and wide taste in music. You know, I'll know all the words to Eminem, and I know all the words to Nicki Minaj or Iggy Azalea, but then I'll also know the words to Taylor Swift. I know the words to um, Bob Dylan and what do you call it, Kenny G. Or there's nothing. I don't pigeonhole myself to anything because variety truly is the spice of life. But still, if you like superhero movies, Marvel, Star Wars are in the Disney Plus. Yes, they are. They are in there, which is kind of why I got it. But the problem is that most of this stuff is all on Sky TV, and once you've watched it, and there's unless you want to watch it again, and if I ever do, then I will purchase the box set. You know what I mean? I don't need to keep paying a subscription to watch everything that I'm not going to watch when I could just have bought the subscription, which is mine. And then when that subscription decides, oh, you know what, we're going to charge more for it now, and then I'm actually paying like 10 times more for it than if I'd have just bought the original thing and then owned it. If that makes any sense. I don't want to be that guy that's moaning and whatever else, even though I am, but that's kind of why I do it. I try and save money down the long road, because it seems to me like everybody comes out with this service that seems to be really cheap and really good value for money, and it is, and it was in the beginning, but then all of a sudden things change, and then all of a sudden you're paying more for something that you're getting less for. But we're all right with it because it's this particular company and it's got that on it. Do you know what I mean? Yes, but so movie recommendations. But first, have you seen I love Breaking Bad and El Camino and Better Call Saul. I almost know them word for word, verbatim. I've watched Breaking Bad maybe 20, 30 times. I never get bored of it. I think it's one of the best TV shows and concepts that I've watched in a long time. I've watched Game of Thrones. I've watched House of the Dragon. Designated Survivor. Hello, darling. My granddaughter's just come upstairs. Designated Survivor. I like that. You okay? Are you going to bed? Oh, okay. You're just going to stand up here with me for a bit, are you? That's fine. So my granddaughter Poppy's here at the moment. She's just come up to see me. Yeah, as you can see, I'm doing a bit more. You ever actually seen me do the paint by numbers? Actually physically do them? No? Jack's a nightmare, isn't he? Yeah, going on. He's playing his game. Yeah, they are good. But now some recommendations. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 have been like a week in Netflix. Haven't seen it, but usually good. My friends actually watched Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and he said it was pretty good. He did enjoy it. I haven't. I watched the first one, but I haven't watched the second one. Oh, you what? No, number 2. That's the new one that's just come out, isn't it? Number 2.
I think what?
Probably the first one. Unless it was, I don't know. Did you like it?
Been able to watch
Oh, was it? Two hours long. If you all have never watched Yellowstone, another fantastic TV show to watch. Almost binged watch that. completely from seasons 1 to 5, I believe it is, or 1 to 6, and yeah, brilliant. Which is strange because I don't. It's not that I don't like Kevin Costner. I just don't like his acting style. But in that, the guy is phenomenal. They're painting pretty quickly now, aren't they? Let's kiss Granddad's back's hurting, that's right. Unfortunately, it's all right. We out here, we do what we do. Mummy Bear, join. Ah, hey, hello, gorgeous. Right, what's this? It was, what do you think of Jim Carrey? I love Jim Carrey. I think Jim Carrey films are funny, original, and the guy is just an absolute legend. I really do. He actually molded a lot of my comedy and the person that I am today. You know, whenever I make a mistake in the car or whatever else, or in a car game, the first thing I say is, like a glove? You won. Wow. Don't spend any of them points now, because we just don't need you to. But yeah, even now that he's like trying to quit and expose whatever it is that he knows or wants to expose and whatever, and the fact that he's I don't know. I love the guy. I think he's brilliant. I really do. A lot of respect for him. Jim Carrey, Grinch is my favourite, one of my favourite films. Nanny did join, yeah. She's just talking to me on it now. She just won the little raffle that I do in it. Yeah, she won points. What's this? Mark Bird. That's my boy Mike. Alpha. He's now in here. It's his daughter, my granddaughter, the one that this picture is for. We were just playing 7 Days to Die, like I said, and I did say I was going to come back on and do this, and here I am. Ready or not. You can't hide. I can't find you. I've got to stop bursting into the song. Because Grandad couldn't hold a tune in a bag. So let's have a look, see what's going on in chat now. I need to turn PC off. What do I do about it? Just turn it off, mate. It's nothing that we can't get back to. It just means we're not going to get rewarded for that job, but that's not a problem. You turn the PC off, dude. And I hope you feel better tomorrow. And if not, and you want to play again and I've got time, I don't mind coming on and playing with you, because I enjoyed that tonight. Hey, sweetheart. How you doing, Heavy Tactical Pig? Oh my god. Notice me. Chat was going far too quick there. Okay, love you. Thank you. You're more than welcome. I honestly had fun. I did. I had fun, and we should try and do it more often. But yeah, you look after yourself, son, and we'll talk soon. Yes, my angel. Maybe. Yeah. Well, my back doesn't have to be better for us to do painting. I just have to not feel so tired. So, what do you want to help me paint something? All right. I think I have a painting around here that we could do together. Might even be able to do it before you go home. Let me actually see if I can find it first before I turn around and say yes or no. What's this? I need to turn to PC. But I didn't do nothing. Notice me, sweetheart. I'll let that. Okay, dear, love you, thank you. Yeah, but I still want to know why Mummy Bear is threatened to slap me. I didn't do nothing. Yeah, why you want to slap Pitbull? Apart from like the obvious reasons, Mummy Bear, you know, and even he knows what they are. But yeah, why do you want to slap him? What's he done?
Gotta blow dry my hair. What the hell is that noise?
Oh no, he's going to slap out. Oh right, so you're out here just threatening everybody then? Is that what you're doing? Sorry, Pip. All I can do is apologise for my wife. You know, been doing it most of my married life. You know. Not saying I don't deserve it. I'd just like to know what in particular the slap was for. So many options, yeah, innit? I grew him up. Send Pops down, babe. All right, no worries. Pops. Nanny said you gotta go downstairs now. She's got the cupboard under the stairs ready for you to go into to sleep. We're gonna change your name to Harriet Potter. See, I figured I'd come in and I'd do the big bits because then it looks like I've done a lot, right? I think she's just talking to Jack and Jazz. I believe she's coming down now. She's probably going to come in for a kiss before she goes down. So if she does, is she going to? Bye, darling. You going to give me a kiss? Come here then. Give me 1 second, everyone. I love you. Sweet dreams, angel. Say, got to say it loudly. Say hi, everyone.
Everyone.
They all said go away. Bye, darling. Sleep well. I love you too, sweetheart. Oh, I love grandkids. I couldn't eat a whole one, but you know. Oh my god, you should get her to sing. Yes, I know she does. I was listening to her. It's really good. And it's tone correct as well, which is really annoying because I can't hold a tune in a bag. It's that little bit there. So I'm going to swap brushes now. We're going to go to the big one. No, that's not. Where did I put it there? I think that one's a bit too big. And this one should just be Goldilocks. Just right. Have you stopped vaping? I'll be honest, I haven't. No, I haven't. Yeah, I've got so much on at the moment, and it just helps me to not. I don't know. It gives me something to do. I know it's not the right thing to do, and what have you, but at the moment, I don't know. It almost sounds really weak-willed of me, doesn't it? But you know that they seem to be doing another campaign now on people that vape, and saying how dangerous and bad it is. And I'm not saying that vaping's good for anybody. So, please don't take it that I'm trying to endorse that people should do it. But I don't use those elf bars and stuff. I make my own vape juice, so I know exactly what goes into it because I put it in it. So I don't put all the extra sugars in it. I don't have stuff in there. It's not manufactured in a dirty place, or there's like stuff put in it. I know exactly what goes in there, and I know that doesn't really make it any better, really. It's just that most of the stuff that causes the issues are the things that have been added to make it more addictive or to make it taste nicer or whatever else. And as I said, that's not a defense. It's just it's the truth, sorry, hang on. Yeah, it's not a defense or whatever. It's just the truth. I make it myself. Yeah, there's a lot more concentration that goes into painting when you're using a bigger brush. What do you use to make it? I didn't know you could make them yourself. Okay. Oh, Mark, I don't think I shared my recent tragedy with you. Okay, go on. So when you make vape juice, I buy polypropylene glycol, right? And I buy vegetable glycerol, right? They're the two ingredients that make up vaping. Now, I just want to point something out. In inhalers that they give you for asthma, it has polypropylene glycol in it. And I believe, I might be wrong on this one, but I believe that also has vegetable glycerol in it as well. So if it was that dangerous, why are they putting it in inhalers? But then I've got fruit. I've got flavors. Sorry, yeah, that's the word. Flavors that I put in there, which are made from polypropylene glycol or vegetable glycerol, with just the flavoring added. So unlike in the elf bars and stuff, the elf bars, I don't know if you actually know this, but elf bars have taken off because they taste so nice. And they do. They taste amazing. But what a lot of people are not realizing, right, because it's all kept under wraps and stuff, is that the reason why it tastes so strong and it tastes so nice and it tastes so much better than a homemade juice is because of the amount of sugar, and I do mean the amount of sugar and the amount of flavoring that they put inside that. It's designed to do that. That's why you'll never get a vape, an ordinary vape that you can buy, to taste as good as a vape bar. Because a vape bar doesn't have to have the coil last for too long. Because once you run out of juice, you throw the vape bar away, right? But when you're vaping your own stuff in your own tank and whatever, you want to make that tank last as long as you possibly can, because it gets expensive to keep replacing the coils. Well, not so bad then. I thought you used elf bar juice. No, I wouldn't puff on that if you paid me. I mean, I have once or twice, like when my boy bought one and he wanted me to try it because he's like, oh, taste this, it's great. But an elf bar, Jesus, that's just terrible. Kids that are actually trying these things and then getting addicted to the taste of it, and then the amount of unregulated nicotine that they can put in it sometimes, which I've only seen reported by other people. I don't know that specifically, so I'm not making claims against the company of what they do or don't do. I'm just going off of the experience of what I've heard and seen. I lost a very near and dear friend, almost a family member, last week, and it was very all of a sudden and unexpected. Oh no! Oh mate, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, I am sorry to hear that, buddy. My birth. That's right. Do you know, honestly though, I get attached to glasses and stuff. I do. I really do. I seem to form an unhealthy attachment to inanimate objects. Like I got bought a Spider-Man cup for my 38th birthday. And I still own it today and I still use it on a daily basis. And I will not allow it to go in the dishwasher. It has to be hand washed. Now, the thing is that I don't do the washing up. So my wife has to wash it by hand. And bless her, she does it without moaning because she knows that I have this unhealthy attachment to stuff that I shouldn't really have an unhealthy attachment to. But yeah. So that's me, I'm afraid. How far have I got you now? Oh, I'm not doing too bad. It's starting to get a bit painful now. But I'm alright. Yeah, I should have washed it. Yeah, exactly. Like, she bought me a Batman coffee cup. And then she put it in the dishwasher and all of the gold back come off of it. So she went out and bought me a new one because she knew I'd be upset over it. It's a cup, for crying out loud. But I do. I know exactly where you're coming from. I managed to come out far too far there. So my next plan is I'm going to, when I finish doing this, and I'm not going to push myself too much because I'm already doing more than what I normally do by doing this twice in one day. So what I don't want to do is wake up tomorrow and think, oh no, I can't move, and it was because I pushed it too much. So I'm not going to go too hard. But what I am going to do is when I finish this, I'm going to play a game with Mr. Donald Chonkington. And I'm not going to stream it because honestly, I do not look like I should be on a camera right now. Not even gonna lie. So you'll be able to still hear me, see me, and who's on my table, chair. Well, that was weird. I felt something like somebody was leaning on my chair. I just turned around behind me and there's no one there. Okay, that's a little bit freaky. Okay, right. I actually felt like I could hear breath behind me. That's terrifying. Is there really no one there? Oh my god, I swore I could have felt breath on my neck. There's no one in my computer room. Wow. Yes, I do believe that cannabis should be legal. I 100% believe that. 100%. I'll tell you for why. Right? Oh, hang on. Let me just say this. So a little background. It was a World War II era battleship called the USS North Carolina. I know that. It was decommissioned in 1947 and bought by the state of New York in the 1960s and turned into a museum. Yes, I know that. I tell you why I want cannabis legalised, shall I? Because at the present moment in time, my pain medication is morphine, right? Which is a form of heroin, right? And I haven't tried it, but everybody says how good cannabis is for pain relief, right? And cannabis is not addictive, right? And it is not dangerous to the human body, right? Depending on how you ingest it. And it's far, and whatever you can say about it, is definitely far safer than what heroin is or morphine. So do I want it legalized? 100%. 100%. Cancer patients that can't eat because they've got no appetite. You know, there's cannabis out there that will give you the munchies so you can eat again. It helps. And people who are suffering that genuinely have these diseases and stuff are using it sometimes illegally, and they're getting the benefits and they're telling people about it and no one's listening. No, we don't have medicinal cannabis in this country. Oh, actually, yeah, you do for certain things, but not for all kinds of stuff.